issue here. Trying to get this thing situated the way I would like it. I had to buy a new tripod like last week or so, I think. Yeah, I think it was last week. And don't quite have it situated the way I like it. I don't know. Anyhow, okay. How's that look? That look okay, everybody? Let me get over here to my computer and find the video, which is currently playing an ad. Okay, there, we're done playing an ad. I guess it looks okay, doesn't it? I'm working right there. You can see what I'm doing. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, Lori and Joe and Paula and Jeanette and Dawn and Tammy. And Sherry is here. I'm good, Tammy. I hope you're good. Hello, Irene and Lynn. Hello, hello. Hi, Sean and Dawn. Sean and Dawn. Sean and Dawn. Hello, Joe and Lisa and Bethany. And Garden Craft is here. Thank you for the thumbs up. I just saw a little thumbs up thing change. I don't always see those, but that one just kind of went whoop and it rolled up. Hello, Shop Well. Shop Well. Oh, that's interesting. I've never really noticed it change before as I sit here, but the little thumbs up thing's going. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Julie. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Hello, Andrea and Peggy. Yeah, that framing. Whoo, that framing was something. Hello, Sherry Bobby. How are you? Hello, Sue. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you. Kathy's here and Country Girl is here. Thank you, Garden Craft. Thank you so much. Hi, Karen. How's Karen? Um, it's an interesting Saturday around here. It's a nice Saturday. The sun's shining and it's pretty outside and, all that stuff. Oh, awesome, Sue. Yep, you got your flower. Thank you. Hello, Jess. How's it going? And John's here and Sue's here. Hi, guys. Carla's here. Paula. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody today? How is everybody? It's really been a really nice fall day today. I've been in and out of the house doing different things. Joe, it was a sad day today. I've taken down one of my hummingbird feeders. Yeah, took down one of the hummingbird feeders because I have no more hummingbirds. I haven't seen a hummingbird in days. And so it was time. It was just becoming food for the ants at this point. Hello, Dawn. How are you, Dawn? Hope you're doing good. Yep. So I took that one down and I'll take the other one down and clean it up too, but I can't reach that one. So I need Dale's help to get that one. And of course, you know how Dale is. Dale has been busy all day long, right? Hi, Marion. Where you at, Marion? Where in the world is Marion? That's always the question of the day. Hi, Angie. Yeah, I know. You're lucky, Joe, that you still got them. And you got a bunch, man. Joe has put out some videos lately of his hummingbird feeders. And I think he has 9. And you got a lot of hummingbirds. A lot of hummingbirds. I know that this year I had 4. I could count distinctly 4 different ones. Now, I don't know if there were more than that, but I could count 4. But they're gone. They're not here anymore. So they're headed your way, Joe. They'll be flying through and say hi to my hummingbirds for me when they hit your feeders, right? One's really little. She's really cute. Oh, goodness. Hello, Emma. How's Emma? So yeah, it's always sad when I have to take the feeders down, but I waited and I waited and I was like, no, I'm just not seeing any little hummers anymore. So like I said, the other one, it was just getting some ants and I was like, oh, it can go. It's got to go. So it's all cleaned up and everything and just out in the garage, ready for next year. But I love the hummingbirds. I've enjoyed them so much this year because we had more than we've ever had before. In the past, I would have said we'd had like two, regulars that were here all the time. But this year, it was just like they were so much fun. They would just buzz all around, and it was fun, 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 fun. Anyhow, enjoy them on their way through. You're still in Las Vegas, okay? Um, oh, so you didn't miss? Oh, that's so sweet. You got back to your campsite so you could watch. That's so nice. You're a little more north than us, Dawn, I'm assuming. I don't know. Hello, Caden. Haven't seen Caden in a while. Hello, Esmeralda. How are you? Lawrence is here. Hi. You had a big problem with the yellow jackets. Oh, yeah. Um, we didn't really have problems with the yellow jackets. I'm having problems with bees right now. I don't know what kind of bees they are. They're definitely not humming. I mean, they're not, you know what I mean. The little honeybees. They're not honeybees for sure. They're big. They're big. And Miss Toffee got stung by one the other day. We were out on the deck and we were having lunch because it was a nice day and you like to be able to sit on your deck and enjoy your lunch, right? One of the, few times we can do that. Getting late in the year, it's not going to last much longer, the good outside weather, but we're sitting there and the dogs are outside with us and I was just getting ready to go in. I was gathering up just, our plates and things like that. And she took one step and she yipped. The bees had been bugging us like crazy. I mean, I sat there like shooing them off the whole time. I couldn't, I was ready to go back inside. Hush, Sue. Shh, shh, hush. Okay, shh. Yeah, robins are gone. I haven't seen a robin in a long time. No, I've not seen a robin in quite a while. But what was I going to say? Yeah, we were going in and cleaning up the mess and stuff like that. And she stepped and she just yipped. And I was like, she hopped around on her foot. And I looked and I was like, yep, there's a bee. Okay, yep, that bee got her. I think it was a bee that Dale had swatted and he like swatted it down. And we thought that it was dead, but apparently it wasn't dead. And she just kind of stepped on it. And apparently it was still alive enough to sting her. I mean, she survived, but I mean, I know how that hurts. Man, those hurt bee stings. And they were like these big bees. I keep saying that. Big bees. And then that just makes me think of the coffee place. Big bees. But they're huge. They're these huge old bees. It's crazy. But anyhow, that we got that going on now. It's bee season. Oh, and then my other yellow friend is here in full force. My other yellow friend called ragweed. Yeah. Ragweed gets me. Oh my goodness. Hello, Katrine. Um, so my throat hurts today. I have all this congestion. I have all this stuff, drainage, crappy stuff going on. And it's all thanks to my dear friend out there, the ragweed. And I mean, I step out the door and I'm just like, it's everywhere. It's across the road. It's out in the back. It's everywhere. You drive down the road around here, out in the country, and it's just like a sea of yellow. Wow. There's so much of it. So much. And it's really, I mean, it's getting to me. I've had enough. I've had enough. Sue Bell. I got to tell you a funny story. Sue Bell. I was at Meyer today. Um, and I was standing beside a lady and she started talking and I glanced over and I was like, for about 5 seconds, I was like, Sue Bell? Was Sue Bell's here? It wasn't. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. Oh, I thought for a second it was though, but it wasn't. Oh, in your mouth. Oh, yuck. No. I know, right? Ragweed, it's horrible. It's just made me so sneezy and I'm just all congested and it's draining, down my throat. So then my throat hurts. I do have some little like cough drops in here. And so if I need to, put one in my mouth to just soothe my throat a little bit, you guys, you'll know. I'll talk funny, right? I'll talk like I have something in my mouth. But yeah, it's not fun. No, it wasn't you. I thought it was for a second. Had kind of the same voice, and I looked over and it had that shorter, dark hair. Like I'm like, no, no, that's not Sue. It was funny. I got plenty in here to drink too, but dang, the worst part is just that drainage. It just keeps draining and draining, and it keeps making my throat sore. And ugh, not fun. Not fun. This too shall pass, right? Because how long will it be before we get one of those good killing frosts? It won't be long. It won't be long. That reminds me, I have to get out to my garden. We had our tomatoes were such late bloomers. They were growing. We had nice looking plants. We started to have tomatoes on the plants, right? But every time I would go out there and I'd look, I'd be like, nothing is ripe. There are no red tomatoes. They're all just green. Well, when they decided to ripen, they decided to ripen. Hi, Brenda. How's Brenda? It was just like all at once. Deborah's here. Hi, Deborah. Oh, took your pots of silk flowers off the cemetery. Yeah, see? Oh, hummingbirds came. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Your dog's allergic to it too, right? Right? Oh, I'm telling you, it's not fun. Not fun. Um, what was I saying? I was saying something. What was it? Oh, the tomatoes. I have more tomatoes right now than I know what to do with. I've got tons of tomatoes. It's like they all just came on all at once. We actually gave some to the farmer, Brad, the farmer. He took a basket full over to the old folks home. Well, that's not what it's called though. The assisted living home. We'll call it that. But he took some over there. He's like, "Yeah, I'll take them." He said, We can use them over here." He's like, "Okay." So they took a basket the other day. I got to go pick some more, or they're just going to go to waste. A bunch of them. They came on so fast and ripened so quickly that a bunch of them already are just rotting on the vine, out there on the plant. I also have squash. I have a whole bunch of squash. Now the squash will keep. Squash will keep pretty good for quite a while. I just need to go out there and pick them, right? I gotta pick them, right? Gotta pick them. Sue, I know. I was listening to it. Okay, so as you all know, I love MSU football. I love watching football. It brings back fond memories of my days of teaching where I would sit on the couch on a Saturday and I would watch the football game and grade papers, right? It was my grading papers time. And I would just sit there and grade papers. Uh, Claritin. Yeah, I do Allegra. I got Allegra and I've got decongestants. And then sometimes I throw a cold medicine in there. Oh, Belk. Yeah, we don't have any Belks around here, Sherry. I'm so jealous. I love Belk. Love Belk. Oh, but yeah, we don't have any. Yeah, I got to do something with it, Lisa. Definitely have to do something. Uh-oh. Put your photo in the wrong week. Uh-oh. Well, week 2 is closed down. You must have missed the deadline for week 2. A crunch wrap. Lynn's having a crunch wrap. I know what that is. Oh boy. Um. Oh, football. Yeah, football. Okay. So my sister's birthday was Monday. And we're trying to get together, me, Dale, her, my dad, and go out for her birthday at some point. So my dad was kind of thinking it was going to be today at some point, but my dad was gone all day. He was down messing around at his local farmer. He was busy all day. And then when I called him and I said, well, we can't do it today. And he goes, no, we can't. The game's on at 5. And I'm like, yes, the game is on at 5. I know. So we're going to have to go like to lunch or something tomorrow. We can't do it today. I said, gotta go watch the game. So 5 o'clock rolls around, right? And I'm getting ready to watch the game. I'm getting ready to turn the TV on to figure out what channel it's on and stuff like that. So I looked them up on the MSU football page where you get all their stats and all that good stuff. And I'm like, what channel is this thing on? Because it always tells you there where it's going to be broadcast, right? I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm like, what? Peacock? I'm like, wait, the game is being broadcast on Peacock? I'm like, I don't have Peacock. My dad doesn't have Peacock. My sister doesn't have Peacock. Nobody I know has Peacock. Why is the game being played on Peacock? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Hey, Stacy, how you doing? Football. Yeah, as in rugby. Football. Yeah. Not soccer. Football. Yep. So I was annoyed. I'm like, gosh darn it. Why is this game on Peacock? I mean, and it's a big game, right? It's a big game. I mean, we're playing number 8, Washington. So, I mean, I let's just say I thought that it would be a rough game. First of all, I mean, if you don't follow football, if you don't follow football at all, I'll just give you a little quick synopsis that um, earlier this week, our coach, Mel Tucker, got suspended. Allegations of some sexual, inappropriate something or other, and waiting investigation. Yeah, so he's on suspension. So assistant coach had to step up. Um, Coach D'Antonio, our coach that we had for many, many years, the most winningest coach in MSU history. And I mean, he did a fine, fine job for MSU. He has come back willingly and just said, tell me what you need me to do. I will come and I will help. I will be there. And he's there. He's on the sidelines and he's wearing a headset and he's become part of the active coaching team. Um, but it's been kind of a rough week. You know what I mean? Finding out about the coach, getting used to new coach, new stuff, and then having to turn around and face number 8 in the country, ranked number 8. So I knew it was going to be a rough week. But yeah, they're getting beat pretty handily. I was able to listen to it on the radio. We do have a local radio station that will broadcast it. Dale actually turned it on out in the shop for me. He was out there working and I was talking to him. Yeah, they paid for a Big Ten football. Isn't that nice? They just yanked it right away from all the Big Ten channels and stuff. That's awesome. Angie, only if I would have only known, I could have come to your house and watched the game. Or Joe, I could have come to your house. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, Toffee got sick on the tomatoes last year, Brenda. Yeah, we're not going to let that happen again. Mm-mm. A lot of games are going to be there. Ugh. Belk or Coles. Yes, I love Belk, but I don't have a Belk. You have all the apps. Come over. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? Yeah, so, it's just been kind of a rough, week for MSU football, and it's not getting any easier. It's not getting any easier. Hey, Vivian, how are you? How are you? Yeah, the whole case is interesting. It's very interesting, but oof, I'm staying out of that. It will be what it is. You know what I'm saying? They will, do their investigations and they will come to a determination at some point. You know how it's not going to go fast. So I'm certain, even if the coach is cleared or whatnot, he's not coming back. He's not coming back. I said that to my dad today, and he's like, "Well, what do you mean? He could come back." I'm like, "Dad, he's not coming back. It's just probably not going to happen. I don't see it happening, you know." So anyhow, whole new readjustment period and all that stuff. I mean, we got a good team. I think we got good guys, and we got some great players. Got a new quarterback this year, and he did a fine job his first two games, but you know. We shall see. We shall see. But I couldn't watch it anyhow. I did watch it. I had, you know, the A person machine out there. Yeah, that A machine out there could play it for me on the radio. Yeah. Share the football game through Zoom. No, no Zoom. I don't think anybody's ever done that. So yeah, it is what it is. So Dale and I went to the store. We got our groceries today so that we could be free for tomorrow for whatever time we end up going out to eat. And I don't know what time that's going to be because, it's really kind of up to my sister, and she's waiting on somebody to deliver a chicken coop. They may deliver it tomorrow. They may not. They may deliver it next week. They may not. She bought this stupid chicken coop like a long time ago, and it's an expensive chicken coop. It's a great big chicken coop, and she's paying a lot of money for it. She already gave them a deposit of like, I don't know, $150 or something, and they were going to deliver it, and they haven't, and they haven't, and they haven't. And I'm like, man, I'm starting to feel like it's a scam or something. Well, the lady keeps assuring her, no, this happened, and we're going to get it to you. Last time she messaged her, the lady said, I can refund you your money if you'd like, if you don't want to wait. She's like, no, I want it. I want it. I just wondering when you're going to be able to get it over here. I don't know. So she might get it tomorrow. If she does, then we kind of have to wait until she knows when. It's all revolving around her at this point, all revolving around her. And if the chicken coop is going to be delivered, if it's not, if it is, what time, okay, wow. So we're waiting. We're in a holding pattern. We're in a holding pattern. I said, well, at least we went and got our groceries today. We don't have to do that tomorrow. So we're basically kind of free. You know what I mean? Kind of free for the day tomorrow. Yes, that's true, Brenda. Allegations certainly can do that too. You're right. Yep. Hi, Jamie and Michelle. How are you? How are you ladies tonight? So, we went to Menards. Here was Dale's plan. Here was Dale's plan for the day. He needed to go to Menards. He needed to get a couple more things for his daughter's deck he's been working on. Because now he's going to make her a gate. Okay. So he needed some more pickets to make the gate, and he needed the hardware for the gate, things like that. So go to Menards. He said, well, and while we're out, why don't we just get our groceries so we don't have to worry about that tomorrow? And I said, okay, fine. We'll go to Menards. We'll go to Meijer. We'll get everything we need. We'll be all squared away. Got it. Okay? Got it. So that's what we did. And then we got home, and he's been trying to get a hold of his daughter like all morning. Finally, she texts him back and says, yeah, she's home, but she would really just like to rest today because she's not feeling very good. Dale was just like, oh, okay then. All right. He just texted her back and he said, okay, let me know when. I mean, it's one of those things. He's trying to go do it, but nope, not today. Not today. So that went down the tubes, right? The farmer, he wanted Dale at some point today maybe to go with him somewhere, I don't know, to go pick up some equipment of some sort. And Dale was going to be like, okay, I can help you do that. Let me get this thing done over at my daughter's house, and then I'll be home. I can go do that. Well, farmer said, never mind, not doing it. Not doing it. So all of his plans that he had for the day, working on this deck and helping Brad, all fell through. And so he's like, okay, fine, fine. He said, I'm going to go mow the lawn. I'm like, okay, good. Go mow the lawn. Because he wanted to take the lawnmower off his tractor because he needed to put the blade back on his tractor because he's made a mess. He has made a mess of our yard. Emma, did I buy the hot air balloon painting? Emma. If you don't know what Emma is talking about, Dreamer Designs needs to just stop. They need to slow their roll. I'm about to tell them that. You guys need to quit. Dreamer's Designs is killing it, you guys. They are killing it with gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful diamond paintings. And they had an Alan Gianna this week. They had a Trisha Riley Matthews this week. And they had this painting with it's a coastal painting with a cliff and the water and a lighthouse and hot air balloons flying around. Seriously. Sue, of course she did. Sue. How do you know, Sue? Oh, you did talk to me today. Oh, yeah, Sue did talk to me today. Sue might know. It's beautiful, though. It's a Nikki Baum. If you don't know Nikki Baum, oh my gosh, she's got beautiful, beautiful artwork. Hi, Cynthia. I'm doing great. How are you? Other than my ragweed allergy. Other than that, I'm good. Trying to open this cough drop, though, and you think I can figure it out? No, I can't find where it opens. Come on. There we go. Got it. I don't know. Sherry, good question. Another Alan Gianna event? I don't know. Oh, there you go, Sue. I know somebody else who did that too. Somebody else who loves, loves, loves Randall Spangler. Kind of spent their birthday budget last week on things. And now can't get the Randall. Sue, do I have no secrets here? Cynthia, do I have no secrets here? Joe, it sounds like you didn't get anything. You're talking about your wish list over there. That mean that's a no buy for you today? Because Joe's been on a roll too, man. Been on a roll. But I mean, I haven't bought a Diamond Art Club in a hot minute. And that's okay because this is how it usually goes. Somebody's going to get me. Lately, it's Dreamer Designs. Lately. Okay, back to Dale. Yesterday, he had the farmer's tractor, the big Kubota tractor. And he was moving brush and doing stuff for him. Well, he brought the tractor home to push the dirt in from where we had the pear tree moved. The big pile of dirt was still there where the tree came out, right? So, yeah. He pushed the dirt in. That went just fine. Just fine. I did. You did what? You bought again, Joe? Joe, what'd you buy? What did you buy this week? Tell us. We need to know. I can't stop you. I'm not near you. I can't take your credit card away from you. I'm helpless. I could message you on Saturday morning and tell you no, but I don't think you'll listen to me. I don't know. Anyhow, after he pushed the dirt back in the hole, he proceeds to use the bucket on the big old tractor to start digging out the rocks over there so that he won't hit them with his lawnmower. Okay, Okay, fine. However, one would know that in this yard, in this property, you find a rock, that means there's about 12 more underneath it. It's always the way it goes. So even though these rocks are just kind of sticking out of the ground a little bit, he starts digging them out with a big bucket on a tractor, right? Which is going to make a big hole to begin with. But then he'll get out one rock and he'd find another rock. And so he keeps digging and keeps digging and keeps digging. You guys, I took video of it. I took video of the side yard just to show what a hot mess he made. He made the biggest mess. Unbelievable. Um, if you have ever read, the pear tree is okay. I mean, it's losing its leaves and stuff, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. You got 6 paintings from Uni Made, Caden. I'll tell you a little story about that. You have 3 diamond or Dreamers designs en route to you, older ones. I have 2 sitting in my bedroom that I haven't unboxed yet to show you. Now I have 2 more on the way. Oh, you ordered 2 diamond art clubs today, Joe? Diamond art clubs or Dreamer designs? You're saving yourself for Black Friday? That's okay, Sean. I knew what you're talking about. Hi, April. What did you buy today? Which paintings today? Well, there was absolutely nothing at Diamond Art Club I wanted. Nothing at all. Nothing, nothing. So, has anybody ever read the book Holes? I mean, it's a it's a book for children, not young children, um, but it's basically, if I remember, it's like these children that were like, I think they were at a youth camp or um, they'd been in trouble or something. I don't know. They're sent to dig these holes. They're looking for something, or I don't remember the whole premise of it thoroughly, but all I know is that they were out digging holes all the time. So in my head, this is my picture I see, right? There you go. Um, that's what our yard looks like. That's what our yard looks like, except they're huge holes. They're big, huge holes in the yard. It's a hot mess. Dale's joking around comment is, well, I won't have to mow over there. I'm like, well, this is true. You will not have to mow. You have dug up all the grass. Dug up all the grass. So there is nothing to mow. But now it's just like this extremely hilly, bumpy, holy terrain over there. I never saw the movie. I never ever saw the movie. Right? I never did. So that's why he had to take the mower off. So he had to mow first, right? Got to mow first, mow the grass. Then you can take the mower off. Then you can put the blade on. It gets better. Hang on, it gets better. So then you can use your blade to go over there and smooth out the yard. He's now been over there a good hour. And I can hear him. I can hear his tractor over there. And I can hear him out there working. I know he's over there, trying to smooth out the huge mess he made. We'll never be able to grow. He'll never be able to mow over there at this rate, the way it was looking, right? So he's started a fire today, burned up the boxes, burned up a few other things, and he drove his tractor over to the fire pit. He also had all of the old boards and stuff from his daughter's deck. He brought them home, threw them over there in the fire pit to burn them up. Well, today was the day to burn them up. So he's over there, taking more stuff over there to burn. Next thing I know, he's in the garage. Oh, well, even before that, he comes up to the house and he stops his tractor. And then I see him walk out towards the pear tree. And I'm like, what are you doing? He walks up and he sees me finally, and he hides something behind his back. And I'm like, what in the world is he doing? And as he gets closer, he takes out the roll of Gorilla Tape. And I'm like, what in the world? What did you do? What did you need Gorilla Tape for? Right? Um, right, Sean? Oh, you have a mountain of diamond paintings. Oh, so do we. We all do. Um, you love the Dale stories. Um, so he's got Gorilla Tape behind his back. And I'm like, what'd you do? I said, did you run over the hose? And he goes, yeah, I ran over the hose. And I'm like, oh Lord. He said, I thought I had the mower deck all the way up, and I didn't think I was gonna hit the hose. And I'm like, but you did. Okay. So he's now out there with Gorilla Tape trying to repair the hose. And I'm like, okay, how's that working for you? He's like, well, it's not spewing water out anymore. It's just got a little trickle coming out. I'm like, okay, great. Nice. So he wrecked the hose. Then he went out to the fire pit with the tractor where all of his daughter's lumber was from her deck. And what did he do? Ran over a nail. Of course. Why wouldn't he? Run over a nail with his tractor, right? Yeah. So now we have a tractor with a flat tire. So he's like, well, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm headed to Tractor Supply. This is how he tells me. He says, I'm going to Tractor Supply. And I'm like, oh, what do you need at Tractor Supply? And he goes, I need a tube for the tire for the tractor. And I'm like, what? You were just mowing. How'd you get a flat tire? And of course, he's like, well, I drove over by the fire pit. And I'm like, oh, okay. Enough said. I know. I get it. I know what happened. Okay. Yeah. So he's run over the hose, made a huge mess in the side yard with all the holes and the mountainous terrain. It looks like, I don't know what it looks like. It looks horrible. That's what it looks like. Horrible. Now he's run over a nail from the daughter's deck project, put a hole in the tire. See where the story's going, right? You see where it's going? Right? What a hassle. So yeah. I'm just staying out of it. I'm staying completely out of it. I'm like, you made the messes, you will fix the messes. Isn't that how it works in life? You make a mess, you got to clean up the mess. That's my theory. Yep, you made the mess, you can clean it up. So that's what he's doing. He's got himself a new tube in his tire. So the tractor lives again. And he's out there trying to make some sense of the mess he made in the yard. All right. Yep. I'll just stay in the house. I unloaded the dishwasher. I cleaned out the bunny cage. You know, yeah, did my thing. Yep. So Dale should have stayed in bed today. And the funny thing is, he did stay in bed for a little while. I mean, longer than he normally has been. Of course, now he's getting up and he's at work by 9 o'clock. That sounds so funny. He's up and he's at work. He worked a 40-hour week last week, you guys, for the farmer. 40 hours. And I'm like, oh, well, how's that working exactly? I mean, how's he paying you? When's he paying you? Is he, is this like a cash under the table kind of deal? Are you getting a check? Is he, taking out taxes? And Dale's just like, I have no idea. he said, but he told him, how many hours he put in this week. And he just basically asked, he said, so, uh, how are you doing this? I'm just asking, how are we doing this? And he's like, well, he said, I just got the new tenants moved in and all this. He said, so would you mind if I waited until next week to pay you? Dale's like, I don't care. I mean, I don't care when you pay me. I'm just wondering how we're working this whole thing, I know. I just leave him alone. I just leave him alone. Hello, Francesca and Tina. Hello, hello. Yeah, I just leave him alone. And, he knows, he already knows when he messes something up, the only person that's going to fix it's him. So I'm not fixing it. I wouldn't have a clue how to fix the flat tire, or heck, I wouldn't have had a clue how to drive that big old tractor he was driving, making the holes in the yard. I wouldn't have known how to do that. So I just leave him alone, you know, and he will find ways to keep himself busy. He always does. Sometimes it's because he's made more work, but that's all right. Okay. Um, gosh, I don't think no, I didn't talk to anybody about this yet, except on my crochet live, maybe I think I did. But anyhow, my daughter Shannon had some car trouble. She had a flat tire. She was 1 mile from work, and she's on the highway. So I went, and all I could do at that point, because Dale was already off to work. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. Dale's already gone. So I went to pick her up, took her to work. She was 1 mile and about a quarter from her work. So I went and picked her up and got her to work. We left her vehicle right there on the highway. And then later that day, Dale and I went over there, and, he was going to change the tire for her. Now, mind you, it's on a highway. And she just happened to stop right before a bridge, and she's at the guardrail. Okay, so there's a guardrail there. It's super tight where she's pulled her car over. And here we are about 5:30, and he's out there trying to change this tire, right? Well, here's the first problem. First problem is the tire is underneath the vehicle. It hangs underneath the vehicle. And it's like screwed in through the floor in the back. Okay, there's some system. I don't even pretend to know how it worked, but it will not release the tire. It will not work. It will not unfasten. It will not untwist. It's like, nope, not doing it. The spare tire had never been off the vehicle, and it's been riding underneath, for however many years, and it wouldn't come off. So Dale came prepared. He came prepared. He had a Sawzall. And so he is now underneath the car, laying under the car completely with his saw, sawing the thing off somehow. And meanwhile, cars and semis and trucks are flying by at like 80 miles an hour. And they're so close. And nobody's getting over it. They're just flying by. And I'm sitting in the truck, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm going, Dale's under the car in front of me. I'm in the truck. Please, please, please be careful, people. Please be careful. Watch what you're doing. Don't hit us. Because, we would not survive that, right? There's no way. So I'm petrified. I'm just like, oh, please, 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 hurry, hurry, Dale, hurry, hurry, get this thing done. And it was not easy. It was not quick and easy to get that thing off there, but he finally got it off. So it was, oh my gosh, it was probably close to 40, 45 minutes that it took him to get that tire off, because she was getting out of work, and I'm like, oh, now we got to go pick her up. But that's okay, because when he gets the tire off the car, it's just one of those little donut spare tires. It's flat. Like I said, it's never been off the vehicle. It has been underneath the car since the car was manufactured. And it's not a new car by any means. So it's been there a while and the tire's flat. Okay, great. I said, well, we got to go pick her up from work anyhow. We got a few minutes. Let's go see if we can fill the tire up. I know there's a gas station right up here when we get off the highway. See if we can get the tire filled. So we did that, got air in the tire, went and picked her up. And then she was supposed to get out like at 6:30, and she's not coming out, and she's not coming out. She finally texts me and she's like, I'm on a call. I'm like, oh, Lord. So she does customer service. And of course, she got a call right at her quitting time, you know? So we wait and we wait. Is anybody here? Because nobody's saying anything. Are you all here? I don't know. Did y'all leave me? Don't know. Anyhow, she finally comes out and we're like, okay, so the tire's flat, but we got it filled, blah, 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 blah. So we get back to the car and I'm just like, okay, this should be easy. This is the easy part. He's got his hydraulic jack and all that. He's just got to, take the one tire off, put the other one on. And she goes to I think she was going to turn her flashers on or something because now he's in front of her instead of behind her on the highway and realizes her car's dead. The battery is dead. Okay, thank you. I didn't know. Right? Thank God it was just kind of a nice day. Yes, thank you, Jeanette. I'm just talking to myself. Thank you. Anyhow, the battery's dead. So now what? We're on a highway. There is no way to get off the highway and turn around to face her vehicle, to charge it, to jump it. We're like, what now? Now we got to find a way to get something to this location to jumpstart this car. I'm thinking somebody's got to have one of those little, don't we have one of those little battery chargers? And I'm thinking we might, but we're like 20 minutes away. It's 20 minutes away from our house. Okay. Then Shannon says, hang on, go back to my work. And we're like, okay, what's up with that? And she goes, security. We've got security people there. And they're always helping people, that get locked out of their cars and things like that. I mean, it's a pretty big place. Her business that she works at, pretty large. Got a lot of employees, And she says, I think we have a jump box. I think we have a jump box. Okay. So we get back there and she gets in. I had to go to the bathroom. Dale had to go to the bathroom. We're like, okay. She stops at the desk and the security guy's there and she's like, do we have one of those? And he goes, yeah, we have one of those. Yeah, we do. He said, I can go get it for you. He said, I don't know how it works with loaning it out to leave the building or anything, he said, but I suppose I could get should you want my driver's license? You want my badge? You want, whatever you need, I'll bring it back. And he's like, yeah, well, just write your name down here and, just make sure you bring it back. He said, I'm only here until, what time was it at this point? 8, 7, 7. I don't know. But we only had 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay. And remember, now each time we left her vehicle, we had to make at least 4-mile loop to get back around, to get back on the highway, to get back to her car. I'm like, oh Lord, right? So thankfully, we got that little jump box and got back to her car. Dale hooked it up and it literally just started right up. The first thing that started up though were her flashers. they started up first because apparently when she went off the road in the morning, she had turned her flashers on, right? And forgot to turn them off when I picked her up and we left the vehicle. So that's why the battery went dead. Yeah, that was fun. That took um, a good 3 hours. Yeah, good 3 hours to go change the tire. Whew, telling you, there are times when I'm just like, I really, really enjoy my boring life. Remember, you like your boring life when nothing's happening. I mean, sometimes I get tired of the boringness, right? But then I have to remember, no, boring is a whole lot better than this kind of stuff, right? But it got done. We made it out alive. We didn't get run over by a semi and killed on the side of the highway or anything. We're all safe. Tire got changed. Battery got jumped. And we all got out of there, right? And all made it home safely. Oh my goodness. So today, Shannon has been getting a new tire. So she's got a new tire. I think she's going to be over here at some point. I thought tonight. I don't know. It's getting later though, but I thought she was going to get over here tonight and Dale's going to. I didn't know he could do this. I didn't know that this was in his capabilities, within his skills, but apparently he's going to change the tire out on her rim, that he can do that. I mean, he just did that. Well, that's a tractor tire. Tractor tires have a tube. That's a little different, but I don't know. I don't know. Apparently he can do that. So he's supposed to be changing the tire out, putting this new tire on her rim at some point. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it'll happen tomorrow when we're trying to go to lunch or dinner with my sister and the chicken coop will be there. And right? I'm like, can I just stay here in the quiet of my little office and just diamond paint and pretend the world is just at peace? The world is at peace. There's nothing wrong. Oh my goodness. Hello, Allison. And Dale is not going to be able to play out there in the yard much longer because it's getting dark. I mean, it's getting darker. It's getting to be, like dusk right now. So he's not going to be able to um, work on the yard out there much longer. And I have no idea how much progress he's made because it was one hot mess. That's all I can say. I will put that video out in a vlog or something so that you can all see what I'm talking about because I walked out there the other day after he was done and I just looked and I went, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Just wow. That's all I could say. Wow. hmm So, how's your week been? I've given you the highlights. I've given you the highlights of the fun and exciting stuff around here, right? Yeah. Oh boy. So hopefully tomorrow goes smooth and we can just go have lunch or dinner or whatever we're gonna do. Yeah, I don't know. So, um, oh my gosh. It's dark there already, Jess? It's not dark here. Oh, the bad storm came down on his car? Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh. Thank you, Allison. I am cruising along. I popped over to the other side. I did 2 full rows, these release papers, right? I did 2 full rows of the release papers on the other end. And I was like, all the real pretty colors and fun things are down there on that end. So I thought I better pop to the other end and do some of this. I mean, this is all the sky and stuff like that. Although, I mean, down here was a bunch of flowers and birds and stuff. And now I'm making a boat. I think I'm making the boat. Is that a boat? I think. Let me look at my picture. I think there's a boat there. Yeah, that is like a boat, some sort of boat, tugboat. Not a tugboat. It can't be a tugboat. Fishing boat. It's not a fishing boat. It's a boat. Okay, it's a boat. Yeah. Hi, Jody. You've been visiting your sister? That's nice. Just delightfully boring. Isn't that perfect? Perfect. You're working on this side right now, Karen? Yeah, I just thought I should do some of this side. And somebody told me that this guy, maybe it was Patty, commented that this side's really not that boring because there's a ton of ABs. When I've already discovered that because, well, I'll show you. Like outlining this boat right here, this is yellow ABs right here. And then there's yellow ABs here and here. This is all yellow AB. This is yellow and this is yellow AB. So already there's been a lot of yellow ABs. And here's a line of white ABs in here. So, and then as I look over here, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a lot of yellow. Are those white ABs, yellow, yellow, yellow ABs, more yellow? There's a lot of ABs in the sky. So, I mean, there is some interest, some real interest here. So I don't think it will be totally boring. So 2 sections left on your truck. Jess, oh my gosh, you just amaze me, Jess. Well, hello, Diamonds by, is it Tita? Diamonds by Tita? I don't think I've ever heard your name before. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So it's very interesting. It's very, very, very pretty. I mean, that is all I can say about it. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Okay, gorgeous. So you guys, you know that I had that Oraloa sneak peek, right? I was like, whoa, a sneak peek? I get a sneak peek for Oraloa? I was like so excited, right? And they really wanted to see like maybe a little progress. And so that's why I worked on a corner of that Oraloa. And it was really, really pleasant. It was fun to work on. The drills went together nicely and it's really pretty and yeah. But I have put it away. I put it away. I finished one section of it and then I packed it up and put it in the box. And I just wrote on the box, did a corner, just so I know, yep, this one has been started. You're more than halfway, Dawn. Awesome. Awesome. Right, April? I know. It's my allergies, April. 100% my allergies. So, now I have a few paintings I have some starts on just because, people want to know. People want to see. They want to see how they're turning out. They want to know how they're turning out and what you think about them. And there's really only one way to really give your real, real honest opinion is that's to put some drills on it. So now I don't know how many paintings now that have some drills on them. A few now. I got a few. But, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It's not like I'm actively working on them. It's not like they're in the way. I put them in boxes, put them right back in their boxes, and I put them all together in a corner. These are the paintings that I have worked on a little bit, Someday maybe I'll go back and work on them some more. I don't know. I don't see it happening anytime soon, but there's that. I got to really, really think about moving forward next year. and like events. Okay. Part of the reason I don't get anything done anymore is because I have one event right after the other. Every month I'm doing an event, right? And the paintings have gotten so big that I just can't finish them in a month. I can't. So they're just kind of stacking up, they're just stacking up, and I'm not finishing anything. I know, Jeanette, right? I'll see the score when the game is over. Okay, how's that? I know it's not going to be pretty. I just wish we could score once. That would be nice. Just once. One score, please. Come on. Hello, Dottie Glam. There's another name I haven't heard before. Welcome. Oh, Allison, right? I mean, that happened with Dale. Dale totally ran out of benefits this year. And so he had to pay, yeah, he had to pay a little bit towards his last dental procedure he just had, which was a crown. He was supposed to have something else done at a specialist, and he's like, nope, I will put that off. He actually called and he canceled it and rescheduled it for January 4th. He's like, I'm out of money. I'm out of benefits. I can't afford to pay the whole thing myself. Um, well, I mean, he could, but he doesn't want to. So he's rescheduled for January 4th. I'm like, I would too. If that tooth's not bugging you, and it's not, he said it doesn't even hurt. It doesn't do anything, but they need to do like an oral surgery on it. Yeah. So he put that off until next year. And I don't blame him. I do not blame him. I would have done the same thing. But yeah, and our dentist says we have one of the best dental plans that there are. It has excellent, excellent coverage. Compared to everybody else, it's one of the better plans. However, you know, costs have gone up a lot. And I think our yearly limit, we each get $1,500. That's our max, right? And that goes just way too fast, right? Because the costs have gone up so much. $1,500 is just not much. Yeah, Karen, some of them I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe they're going to be 2-monthers, maybe, right? I don't know. Well, hello, Paul, aka Frostbite. We're getting some different people here tonight. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, thanks for hanging out, Stacy. Oh yeah, root canals will do that. If you have a root canal, they're expensive, and then a crown is expensive. Yeah, it eats it right up. Eats up your benefit that you're allowed in a heartbeat. And then if you've gone to the dentist and had, say, your cleanings and exams and things like that, I mean, you really don't have a lot left to spend. You know, I've kind of always looked at it as I could do one major thing a year. That's it. One major thing a year is about all that my insurance would cover. So, but otherwise, it's coming out of your pocket. You know, that's no other way around it. It's going to come out of your pocket. But and I think the insurance thing needs to. I think they really need to look at insurance. It's fine. That's what my daughter works in now is insurance. But I think it really all needs to have another second look or something. So I don't know. But I was doing one section a day on this painting. And then I started getting to where I had my one section for the day done. And I got a little bit more done of like the next days. And at some point, I lapped. I lapped myself. I actually was a day ahead. So I was excited. You're going to raise yours to 1,500. Nice. Um, oh, like insurance company or whatnot? We have Delta Dental, which is like, one of the biggest dental plans there are. And it's through the state. So the state always has good insurance, but it's the retirement insurance, but it's still good. They've always had good coverage, but it only goes so far. It only goes so far. Let me say that framing that craftably fairy, that took me that took me a while. That took me a while. Um, I worked on that pretty much all of one afternoon because I had no idea that she was. I mean, I knew she was big. I mean, a diamond painted the thing. I knew how big it was, but I didn't know it was even oversized from what they said it was. And Michael was really surprised. I told him, I was like, "Do you know that thing is bigger than they say?" And he goes, "Well, I kind of got after the factory because they were kind of making them smaller." He said, "So um, I I was like, you need to make sure they're the size that it says, measurement wise." He said, "So I think they kind of got carried away." And I said, "Yeah, I think they got carried away too because it's like a lot bigger than the measurements said it should be." So finding a frame was tricky, first of all. But then, I mean, it's big, and I had to do so much to get it to work with the poster board and the fabric and the this and the that and the glue and oh my gosh. But I'll tell you what, she is sitting right out there in my kitchen. She's still in my kitchen, and she's just leaned up against the wall in the kitchen. Michael asked me, he said, "Well, where are you going to hang it?" And I'm like, "I don't know that I am going to hang it. I think I'm just going to like lean it against a wall somewhere." I I don't know about hanging it. He said it's probably heavy, and I'm like, it is heavy. It's definitely heavy. But man, every time I walk out there in that kitchen, I just look at her and I'm just like, you are beautiful. You're beautiful. I just love it. It's so pretty. Oh, it is so pretty. Uh, yeah. Goals for 2022 came on. Oh my goodness. My goals for 2022. Oh, you have Delta Dental? I mean, I've always had Delta Dental. When I was a teacher, we had Delta Dental. The state has Delta. Yeah. Isn't it pretty though? It's so pretty. Yeah, Marianne, don't trust the measurement on the canvas. It it might not be correct. Yeah, it was 1.5 inches bigger from top to bottom and well over an inch bigger side to side. So it was definitely larger than the measurements said they were. Because that first frame I found, I thought was going to be perfect. I thought, man, I'm just going to cut off the edges and I'm just going to plop that thing right in that frame and it's going to be perfect. Realizing that the frame would cover up a little bit of it, but I was fine with that. That wasn't going to be a big deal. But when we're talking about cutting off inches of my painting, I'm like, no, we're going to have to come up with an alternate plan here because that's not going to happen. It would have cut off vital parts that I did not want to lose. I'm like, no, mm-mm. So that's my alternative. And it works, you guys. I mean, if you ever want to frame that way, it definitely works. It's just you have to get an oversized frame. And, then you have to have some background for it. And that's where the fabric comes in just, great. I have had times when I have done that where I hem and haw about what fabric to put behind it. Or sometimes if you can use poster board, I mean, a piece of poster board will work, and you can get those in many colors. But this poster board was too big and I needed to cover it, or you would just see the seams, But this time I was at Walmart and I was like, that blue fabric right there is going to be perfect for this. I bought that blue fabric and I'm like, let's go, let's do it. Oop, I was about to put these away until I saw that whole patch right there. Who's the person supposed to tell me there's a whole patch of those right there? Whose job was that tonight? Oh, goodness. Yeah, I cannot bring myself to cut off a lot of the drills. I can't do it. If it would have been a row or two, it was 8. I would have had to cut off 8 rows at the top and 8 rows at the bottom. I couldn't. I could not do that. There's no way. Sue, what are you hollering at Joe for? What did Joe do? I don't know. She's hollering at you, Joe. What did you do? I don't know. Well, I hope that Dale knows. I mean, he knows. He knows I'm live. So I hope that he knows that he's on duty for the chickens and the ducks tonight. But I still hear the tractor. I can still hear the tractor. Here's the problem. I know what the problem is going to be. Headlights. The man has headlights on his tractor. Yep, that could be a problem. That just means he can stay out there longer. Oh man, there's one right here. Seriously? There's one of you right there. Okay. Any more? Any more? Any more? If I put you away, I'm not going to be happy if I find more. I already found 2 arrows that I missed. 2 arrows. Yeah. Oh, Joe was supposed to be the one to tell me I missed those. Okay. Well, Joe, you failed. Sorry, you didn't know that, did you? You didn't know it was your job tonight? I mean, how many people actually watch? I mean, seriously, how many people actually watch what I'm doing? Is anybody actually watching? Because, when I watch somebody live, I usually don't, I don't watch what they're doing, right? I mean, I'll look at chat and stuff, and sometimes I don't even do that, because I'm just working and I'm not really paying attention. I'm just listening to the person who's talking. But how many people watch? Do you know what I'm doing? Are you paying attention? I don't know. Interesting question. Interesting question. Sue does sometimes. Jeanette watches, but she can't see the symbols. Well, that's fair. Yep, that's fair. Got it. Well, what did everybody have for dinner? Did you have dinner yet? Because I didn't have dinner yet. Nope. Just listening and working. See, that's what I do a lot of the time. I listen, and I might glance at the chat and whatnot, but sometimes when I'm in people's lives and I'll just pop in and I'll be like, hey, and I'll make a comment, and then everybody's like, hi Mindy, hi Mindy, hi Mindy, and I'm like, hello, and then after a while I'm like, okay, I'm not looking anymore. So I'll just say, hi everybody, because now I'm just going to get to work and listen. Yeah, that's what I do. And then if the person that's talking says something interesting, I might comment, but most of the time then I just get busy. I get busy. It's my time to get stuff done, right? I always want to listen to Angie too, because Angie's right after me. But then, I get done with my live, and half the time I need to go let the chickens and the ducks in and feed them and do this and then figure out food because we haven't eaten. And it's worse in the summertime. In the summertime, it's much worse because, as you can tell right now, Dale is still outside doing stuff. My live will be over. We haven't had dinner. I don't know if he's going to put them chickens and them ducks in. And I'm like, I'm at this point where it's like, okay, it's 8:30 when I'm done. It's 8:30 when I get done. And I would like to just chill out for the rest of the night, But yeah, that doesn't happen. Oh, oh, tractor's coming up. I hear him. He's coming up. Okay. Rotisserie chicken and mac and cheese. Well, that sounds good. Hot dogs. Armor hot dogs. Uh, you know what we had for lunch? We had you'd have zoom in a whole lot more. Oh, zoom in a lot more for you to see it. Yes, yes, yes. Another chicken from the store kind of thing. Look at you guys. Steak and potato. Hello, Angie, who is listening. See, listening. You need some healing soup? Who's having healing soup? Birthday cake. Well, yum. Birthday cake. That's good. Mm-hmm. More entertaining than football. Oh, goodness. Well, thank you for the thumbs up. I just watched it go. I just watched it roll. Woo! That's fun. I've never noticed it do it before. That's funny. Oh yeah, you can get some neat frames at different places like Goodwill and stuff like that. I have a whole frame collection downstairs. It's just what do they fit? Sometimes they don't fit stuff. Shrimp scampi. Thank you again. Thank you again. Corn dogs. Using voice recognition is not the brightest. I know. Sometimes I absolutely hate my phone. Like, I'm really bad with texting. My thumbs just hit the wrong things, hit the wrong buttons or fingers or whatever I'm using. I'll hit I have drills in my multiplacer. Okay. I guess I remember putting them in there when I laid it down. When I laid the pen down, I remember there were some in there. There's 4 in there, and where was I going to put them? I don't know. Right there. I was going to put them right there. So does anybody like sandwich spread? Like Meyer makes a sandwich spread. They make 2, actually. One is a ham-based sandwich spread, and the other one is a bologna-based sandwich spread. Does anybody like those? Anybody eat them? Show of hands. Do you eat them? Do you like them? Because I'm really weird, okay? I would not eat a bologna sandwich. I'll just say I would not eat a bologna sandwich. But I will eat that bologna sandwich spread. And I think it's a childhood thing. Like when I was growing up, the lady next door babysat me. And I know I've mentioned this before. And we would often make that bologna stuff, She'd let me sit up on the counter and she had the old fashioned grinder thing. And she'd let me sit up there and, turn the grinder thing and grind up the bologna. And we'd make this sandwich spread stuff. And I remember how much I liked it, how good it was, how much fun it was to make it. And like I said, although I would never eat a bologna sandwich, I will eat the crap out of some of that bologna spread. It's really weird. I mean, why does it work that way? I don't know. But that's what I had for lunch. That's my whole point, is that we bought some at Meijer, and that's what I had for lunch was a sandwich of the bologna-based sandwich spread. That's what we had for lunch. Mm-hmm. And then I had a bowl of cereal for breakfast. That's been about it for the day. I think I had a handful of Scooby snacks because, who doesn't need some Scooby snacks, right? Some Scooby snacks. You know, it it's really good. I mean, it is really good. Um, yeah, it's just got like a mayo base and stuff, but it's good. I like it. Don, I should share some with you someday. It's good, but like I said, I would not eat just bologna. It's got other stuff in it. So yeah, you put bologna, and we would do pickles, like dill pickles. Yes, there's no eggs in it. There's no eggs in this one, but yeah, a relish. See now, white beans, vegan mayo, onions, sweet relish, celery. Huh, I like tuna. I will eat tuna salad. Yes, with Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip, not mayo. No mayo. No Miracle Whip. The poor man's ham salad. See, there you go. It's good. Scooby snacks. Actual Scooby snacks, at the store. They're in a box. They're called Scooby snacks. They're crackers. Crackers. They're little graham crackers, but they're shaped like a bone. Like a bone. They're good. I like them. Hmm. Yes, bologna could be more processed, even. Yes. No, I've never had fried bologna. No. I hear people say it's good, but I've never had it. I mean, we did have bologna when we were kids. Bobby, you've been here watching? Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, thank you. Um, Jackson is okay. He had to go to the hospital the other day and have some more tests done. Trying to figure out how his bladder is. Poor kid. I mean, the poor kid has had just a, plethora of things. So now they're checking on his bladder, and he had to get his little catheter thing changed, and he's going to start therapy. I was reminded of Angie. I don't know if Angie's still here. She might be gone. But I know that Angie had talked in the past about having to have like a bladder or pelvic floor therapy or something for her condition that she has. And well, that's what Jackson's going to do. He's going to have some pelvic floor therapy, I think. I think that's what they called it. So he's got to learn how to use his bladder more efficiently so that he can get that catheter out at some point. Because his bladder's not, it's not a good bladder. It's kind of a bladder that's not in the best of shape. So got to learn how to treat it well, I guess. So anyhow, but that's that. Um, Fried bologna sandwich. I have never had one of those. Never had one of those. Mm-mm. Oh my gosh, right, Mary Lou? If you watch the crochet lives, you guys, strange things happen on our crochet lives. We talk about some very interesting things. I believe it was Saban. I was talking to Saban the other day, and Saban was like, "So I was trying to watch your crochet live the other day," she said, "but you guys were just talking about crochet." And I was like, "Oh, yes. Yes, we were that one day. We were, because it was very intense what we were doing with the crochet, and we needed to count and keep track of things. And we didn't get to just sit and BS like we normally do when we crochet. But it's not always that way. Lots of times we just get to sit and just, you know, talk about all kinds of stuff. And all kinds of things come up. Trust me, all kinds of things come up, right? Yeah, he is a little trooper, Brenda, that is for sure. Been through a lot. Been through a lot. And he's just good natured. He's just a good natured kid. He really is. Um, I mean, I don't see him a whole lot when he's like, having to go through all that stuff. He might be, I don't know. I just think he's a good kid. But anyhow, well, Dale is up. I can hear him taking care of the ducks. I can hear him getting water out back to get them their water. So he'll probably be walking in the house here in a few minutes and be like, "What's for dinner?" I'm like, "I don't know. What is for dinner?" I don't remember from one day to the next. What did we have last night? I don't even know. What did we have? I don't remember. Are you like that? Oh, yes, I do. I know what we had last night. It was not very exciting. Does anybody buy like those kielbasas or Polish sausage or something in the meat department? You know, like by Acridge or something, right? You ever eat those? I mean, we do. All we do is just put them in a pan and like heat them up and cook them, make them warm, warm. I don't know. And then I made some little noodles, like these little noodle cups. We had noodles and sausages. It was very exciting. It was very, very exciting. I want something a little more interesting tonight for dinner, but I don't know what that will be. There is a steak out there, but I don't know. It's late for that. It's just late for steak, isn't it? Although, I mean, Dale often has gone to Pizza Hut and gotten pizza for us that we eat after my live. I have to remember, even though it's dark outside, it is still only 8:30. It's only 8:30. It's just getting dark so early now. The hummingbirds are gone. It's dark by 8:30. It's cold. It's been in the 40s at night. 40s at night. That's cold, right? Yeah, I don't like that stuff, Deborah, that S word. I don't like that stuff. Mm-mm. Kielbasa for breakfast with eggs. Now, we've never done that, but that doesn't sound bad. I think tomorrow's breakfast is going to be biscuits and gravy. There's a really good sausage gravy that you can buy in a can, you know. It's really good. I think that's what we're going to do for breakfast. We could have pancakes. No 40s there. It's been cold. It has been cold here. Yeah. Cold, cold, cold. hmm Yeah, I have to be careful what I do eat late at night. Yeah. And Sue, I cannot. It is way too cold to leave the windows open. Way too cold. I woke up this morning and the house was 65 and I was freezing. I was freezing. No, that's way too cold. Way too cold. I'm like, oh man, I am like, I am one step away from turning on the furnace. I mean, even just for a second, you know, to just like take the chill off and then turn it back off. It's so cold in the morning. I can't stand it. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, you guys. I'm going to go see what we are going to do for dinner. And hopefully I'll be able to pop in and see Angie for a little while, right? You did turn the furnace on, Mary Lou. I am so close. So close to turning it on. I mean, I pay the bill. I could do that. You know, it's my money, right? All right. I'm going to let you guys go and go see what we're up to. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. And I'll see you all real soon, okay? Gotta go see how bad the Spartans are getting beat. Talk to you later, everybody.